Team, that's not working.
I think it was the one on the internet on your
Yeah.
website.
Oh.
So this is done live? Is this live?
No, we'll take this and we'll put it on the internet. Play. We'll take the same thing.
Call to order the meeting of June 17th, 2014. Would you all please stand for the invocation of pledge of allegiance?
Bless those who hold office in our government. Help them to do their work in a spirit of wisdom, kindness, and justice, and to use their authority to serve our citizens faithfully. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here.
Sauer?
Here.
McBain?
Here.
Schwanker?
Here.
Callender? Simpson?
Here.
Latham?
Here.
Willard?
Here.
Blaisdell?
Were there any questions or comments on the June 3rd meeting minutes? Not those things presented. No reading of communications. There's two reports of commissions board. First, the planning commission meeting minutes of June 10th, 2014. Are there any questions on those?
I have one comment, Mayor. I kept searching the newspaper and haven't found anything on it yet.
Oh, sure.
Something exciting. If you and I argue, it hits front page, but
I thought
something that's more than that didn't make it. You can pass it on the edge page.
We wrote there, I think, since it wasn't reported for everyone in the audience, like, the planning commission voted last Tuesday night to approve from the ground down over at Firestone Farms to start the all the utilities being put in, the streets, roads, infrastructure, not the buildings. I think that will come separately, building by building, once it's in place. But I thought it was very positive news that passed. I unfortunately had to abstain from the vote. I live in Firestone Farms, and I checked with the Ethics Commission. They said you should not vote on that since you live there, so I couldn't, but I'm very for it. I think it's going to be a great thing for the community. I think it's going to give us all some new places where we can shop, and I think it's going to bring in a lot more jobs and all around economic development around it. It's going to be a very good thing. Reports and commissions, we had a second one for Park Recreation and Cemetery Board meeting minutes. Is there any questions or discussion on that? Move on to persons desiring to appear. First is Danny Clancy, Columbiana football, regarding holding a tag day in the city on August 9th, 2014.
Hi, Danny Clancy here on behalf of Little Clipper Football. We are just here to ask the council's permission to host a tag day in the city on August 9th, 2014 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at various locations throughout town.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Question?
Thank you so much.
Ian?
Becker?
Yes.
Sauer?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schwanker?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Is there anyone else here tonight that would like to speak to council? Anyone up?
Bob Bertelson, owner of 18 Powder Coaters in the industrial park. caught wind that we're looking at, or the city's looking at doing an enterprise zone, and I think it'd be an excellent thing. We're in the process of looking at around 20,000 square feet to our current facility in the park, and add hopefully 10 to 20 jobs in the next few years. And I think it'd be really good for the village to get behind, or the city now, I should say, to get behind doing that. I'd like to see it expedited as quick as possible, because we're in negotiations for a building, and I'd like to see if we could take advantage of something like that.
Your specific organization, we met 6 weeks ago or so maybe, out at the Ruritan Club. We had a tour of the business, and it's phenomenal to have a business of that size in Columbiana. And we got to talking, you're doing reinvestment into the city every year or two. You've added more of that.
We've added, since '97, we've added six additions to our buildings.
How many people does that employ?
Currently, 28 full-time employees.
Very good.
You ever see it, so see, if they let you go through it.
Anytime.
Do we have any update on where that's?
I met with Bob earlier today, and so we can kind of little update that we have, talked to Todd, Tad Harold. You remember we brought up the fact that we reside in 2 counties. So we have that issue figured out. We're gonna have to do an enterprise zone for each county. We have to be, choose to do Columbiana County first, and then at a later time, still could choose to do Mahone County. You wouldn't necessarily have to do it at the same time. So the second step where we're going now is, we're still looking to see if we can, meet that second criteria for the distressed enterprise zone. Looking into that, hopefully have that back. Hopefully get some information to you in the next couple of weeks. We don't have a council meeting first Tuesday. Hopefully we have what's possible to talk about enterprise zone on the 17th or 15th of July.
Well, the sooner the better, I think, for the community and businesses in our area. Beneficial.
I think it'll be a good thing to attract new business and help reinvestment in businesses that have put their roots down.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Comment to that, I wouldn't be opposed to having a special council meeting next month to get that rolled.
Yeah, we could do it earlier. I don't really want to do the paper that I'm going to be out of town, but I'll be gone.
I'll talk to you guys, call in and ask.
Anyone else? Village manager's report.
We opened up the bid results for the transformers. We're not completely done reviewing them, so we should have something in the July meeting. And the engineer has to look at everything. So then we'll put legislation on that once we get all that research done. You have a building and zoning department report for April and May. Start on the regular report. I wanted to thank Mike for standing in for me last week, and I guess that Wednesday storm, he was on the phone with Lisbon talking about mutual aid, and we actually sent a crew down there from our street department that night. Mike making some phone calls, so thanks for doing that. We sent a crew down there with a chipper and a chainsaw and a truck on Wednesday night. It didn't stay long Wednesday night because it was a little dangerous with the electric lines, but they were down there helping on Thursday and Friday. Well, you probably saw the picture, but it was pretty devastating. But I wanted to thank the crew for going down there to both days, but it was nice to see. The guy said they saw Salem there, and he said we were working together. That's what it's all about. We had another business attraction meeting in the past couple of weeks. Discussed still feel good about our chances of getting possibly a new industry in town. We did get the electric rate legislation on the agenda. We put down for 10/1 for it to be implemented in the legislation, but we might be able to adjust that over the next couple of weeks and we could hang in it if we could do it. Maybe I'm not sure. We don't want to set ourselves up for failure there. I don't know if, once we get to that, if you have any questions about those new rate structure, I can field some questions, but I'd be happy to get those questions to John Horton. I will try to get him here to the next meeting to if you have any major concerns. And also, we're right, as far as timeline goes, the future bills should look different once that new rate structure does hit. We hope to get a notice on the upcoming bills that the bills are going to look different, so that citizens will be aware that the bills are going to be in an envelope maybe as soon as October. I received notification from Mr. Zito of the park board that he resigned effective today. He served a couple terms, and wanted to thank him for his service and everything he's done for the park board. And I will be accepting letters from interest until July 10th. And that appointment is by the city manager, so hopefully we can get that in the paper, Katie. We're looking for people that are interested in sitting on the park board to replace it. We also hope to this week maybe report some exciting news regarding the 7 and 14 intersection project. Hopefully we get some good news this week. We're expecting some good news, and we'll release that to you. We have a minimum of news release. Electric departments installing underground service. As I said, they opened up bids for transformers, and they replaced the pole last night. I don't know what time that actually happened, but
it was fairly early, but they were out there about 4 in the morning.
yeah, the crews went out there. All the electric employees came out, and then to replace the pole, it was within a bunch of other utilities, so they actually called the wastewater department, and they dug a hole using the wastewater sewer excavator. So it was pretty neat. But hats off to those guys. Like I said, never been here till 4 a.m. Street department, they took tires to Liberty as part of the solid waste district. We store the tires from last year, and then we take them down as far as the county's solid waste program. Said that the street department, part of them went to Lisbon last week. They're patching holes, and they're going to rent a grinder again to do some major patching. It's where you grind it out, square, so it's not a bump in the road. It's actually flat. They addressed a couple storm problems throughout the city and one on Springfield Road. And they're planning to do a test resurfacing project on Woodland Run, so they'll be out there working. It's a new product that Jesse's not able to explain about it, but it's like a cross between a sealer and a blacktop. It's very costly to do, and hopefully we can use that as a test site to see if it works. Wastewater department, they cleaned out one of the digesters, which is a pretty big task. And they investigating some problems with the Creek Road lift station as far as the pumps are concerned. Serviced all the generators. And the water department, they're performing their lead and copper test. They go around each year and collect samples from 20 residents for lead and copper. made a new tap for construction, and we're gonna repair a couple roofs on Fairfield School Road. I think that's all I have there, Brian.
We need a motion to concur with the city manager and Chief Gladys to hire Rebecca Nicholson as a part-time police officer.
So moved.
Second.
Do you guys want to make any comment on that?
I can, Rebecca Nicholson made it through. Of course, we have one of the most rigorous background investigation procedures in the area. It's hard for people to get through, but she has worked for other areas of police departments. She also brings a very desirable and specialized skill set in that she is currently employed full-time by the United States Department of Homeland Security at the Pittsburgh Airport. Her background was relatively easy because they struggle pretty hard when they go through the clearance processes for those types of positions. The other thing that is good is that she has previously served as a member of our auxiliary unit. So she has a familiarity with this city and a commitment to the city that she's demonstrated through volunteer service in the past. And so we think that she'll be a good selection. We're hoping to put her to good use. We have one of our part-time individuals who is in the United States military. He's getting prepared to be deployed for a year. He has a very specialized MOS, and he's going to have a lot of work to do here next year. But we're going to try to offset his loss using Rebecca's services, and I will present her to you at this point in time in the last Jan Edwards. If you vote to accept.
What order we did?
There, a little bit.
You guys have any questions?
I knew this young lady for a number of years. She's done a fine job so far.
Thank you.
Anyone?
Sauer?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schlenker?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Columbiana, Ohio, and that you will faithfully discharge your duties as part-time patrol officer to which you have been appointed? If so, say I do.
Can you speak?
One other thing that's on here, we received notification from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control regarding the application for a C2 liquor permit in the city of Columbiana. Inglefield Incorporated, DBA Columbiana Duchess, Route 14, Columbiana. Normally when we receive these, we vote on whether to have a hearing or not. That's what we do.
I have a question on that. They already sell beer, don't they? What is this?
It's Duke and Duchess.
Yeah,
What's the difference
What's the
between the current
difference?
permit and the C2 permit?
I have to look it up. I don't know. I don't know if it's changed. It looks like a renewal to me. Is that a new permit?
okay.
Yeah, it's I thought it was just a renewal.
I think it's just a renewal. I can check that if you
No,
want.
that's
and I
fine.
can give you guys a copy.
There's no trouble there or anything.
It's kind of arcane, the name, but I'm not aware of the change.
C2's carry out.
I think it's just carry out and clear off premises.
Well,
I don't
I
know
didn't know
what to
if
speak
it was
about.
really hard liquor as well as beer and wine.
I think it's just beer and wine, or just beer. I remember.
Yes, in the past, what we have done, we make a motion to request a hearing, and then since we have decided that there's apparently no need for a hearing, then you would vote no on that.
I'll make a motion, we have a hearing.
I'll second.
McBain?
No.
Schlenker?
No.
Simpson?
No?
Becker?
No.
Sauer?
No.
anything else, Lance?
Been in touch with Arcadis and USDA this week, and hopefully we're gonna have a meeting on Thursday or Friday. Hopefully we have some more information.
to the bill list for June 17th. Any comments? Moving to old business. Due to the length of the ordinances, I have a motion to read them by title only.
So moved. Second.
Deanne?
Schwank?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Ordinance number 14-0-2770, second reading. An ordinance authorizing a request to the Ohio Board of Building Standards to certify the city of Columbiana for enforcement of the residential code of Ohio, to exercise enforcement authority and accept and approve plans and specifications to make inspections.
So moved. Seconded.
Any questions? Are you ready, Deanne?
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schwank?
Yes.
Ordinance number 14-0-2771, second reading. An ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Mike's Tree and Landscape LLC, 800 West Peyton Street, Alliance, Ohio 44601, for the furnishing of tree pruning for the city of Columbiana.
So moved.
Second.
Comments? Deanne?
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schwank?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Ordinance number 14-0-2772, second reading. An ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Townsend Tree, 22198 Harrisburg, Westville Road, Alliance, Ohio 44601, for the furnishing of tree removal and stump grinding for the city of Columbiana.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
Just clarity. Lance, did I understand you say that if a citizen had some that they need to be grounded, that could be go with what we're having done?
If a citizen has a problem with one of our trees, they would call in, we go out there and take a look at it and see if it's a danger to either them or us, as far as their infrastructure. This is for the entire town, where the other one's just for its own.
Thank you.
Any others? Deanne?
Souter?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schwank?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Resolution number 14-R-459, second reading. A resolution to exclude the approval of the city of Salem, which approval would otherwise be required for an alternate method of apportionment of local government fund monies to be distributed in 2015.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Deanne?
McBain?
Yes.
Schwank?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
Resolution number 14-R-460, second reading. A resolution approving a new alternative method of apportionment of local government fund monies to be distributed in 2015.
So moved. Second.
Comments? Deanne?
Schwank?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Under new business, resolution number 14-R-461, emergency. I'm sorry, due to the fact that it's an emergency, I need a motion to read this section.
So moved.
Second.
Deanne?
Simpson?
Yes.
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schwank?
Yes.
All right, resolution number 14-R-461, emergency. Emergency resolution authorizing the Columbiana County Auditor to certify to the City of Columbiana the total current tax valuation of the city and the dollar amount of revenue which would be generated by 2 mills.
So moved.
Second.
Questions?
Lance, there's a typo in section 2. It says 5705-5303. It's 5705.83. That text in 3 is out. Assuming it passes, you can just alert Rebecca to that when she finalizes it, so you can take it to the auditors.
Deanne?
Becker?
Yes.
Sauer?
Yes.
McBain?
Yes.
Schlenker?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Ordinance number 14-0-2773, first reading. Ordinance amending section 1048.01 of chapter 1048, electricity of the codified ordinances of Columbiana, Ohio, repealing section 1048.02 thereof, and renumbering the section of said chapter 1048.
So moved.
Second.
Comments?
Can you give us a little bit of explanation of what all this is?
Yes, sure. This was the rate study that was proposed to us by John Courtney. Looking at separating out large power. And looking at currently we have all one rate right now. And this would be establishing different rates, and this one, the first one would be residential single-phase service. And this is designed to, you know, they quoted this having more of a fixed rate for the electric rates, but that should be asterisk noted that a large portion of the bill will be fixed, and there will be a rider on top of that which will be adjusted. So the major portion of the bill, I believe it's, for example, the energy charge is 0.0975 per kilowatt hour on page 2 of the residential, and then the rider will go upon that, but this rate will stay the same. What this does is this takes it makes, right now I have to do all these calculations every month, and this will make it, it'll be more scientific as far as the accuracy of it, because it takes a running average of electric rates in the future and in the past.
They shouldn't fluctuate as much, correct?
Well, this base rate, as he said, some cities haven't changed that base rate in 15 years. It'll be the rider that may change. So if there was a need to adjust that rider, that would be done automatically by them, by this calculation that I won't have to calculate anymore. So this will basically remove me from calculating it, this new scientific calculation which other communities use will replace what we're doing now. But if you remember correctly, when we did a analysis of our different, we have residential, commercial, and large power, we were looking for to see if anybody was subsidizing one another. And the residential, it was pretty close. I think it was only 1.6%. They were being subsidized. So it was, the way we've been doing it was pretty accurate. I think the most one was subsidizing was 4%, if I'm not So this is basic language that other communities use, and this will all be posted, once we have this done, this will be posted on our website, that, you know, anybody can get in there and like the other, you know, the Bowling Greens and the other communities, they'll be able to just click on this and they'll be able to read this and, you know, understand that only a portion of their bill will fluctuate for various, you know, various costs.
He had suggested that rider is not a requirement. I think he originally suggested that we start at that rate with the service charge and then add the rider as necessary, correct?
I don't believe so. But I mean, I definitely double check. I believe that there was,
Because right now, our rate across the board was around 11.5. And I think if you took this 0975 and you added the service charge of $5 in, you came out very close to that. That was the only reason that I was remaining pretty silent on this subject. But I think that if it's gonna be all that and an immediate rider above and beyond that.
yeah, I can check on,
We're coming out of the gate raising people's rates, and I would fight on that.
I mean, I will double check what that rider would be, but theoretically it would, yeah, I can see your point where you think it would be zero.
I mean, that was the way it was presented originally, was that the rider would be used in case of, if rates change drastically, or we get in on something, or we need to do a special project, and you've got that flexibility. But for budgetary purposes, he sold this on the fact that everyone's gonna know what their rate is every month, and that service charge kind of outweighs that, but then allows you to come up with a pretty fixed rate.
That major portion will be fixed. I'm not sure what, you know, I can double check exactly what they're predicting, what the rider would be the first month. Like I said, I can definitely have them come back on the 15th.
Something that I think would be useful, and I'll leave it up to the rest of the council to decide whether or not they want to put you through the work to do it, would be a comparison of each of the different classes that we have here, what they would be paying now under their current billing structure, and what the bill would look like under this new structure. Because I just think it would be useful to be able to sit down and look at it and say, okay, for a typical 1,000 kilowatt hour residential customer, here's their bill under one structure, here's their bill under the other structure, and then do the same thing for, you know, a typical commercial operation and a typical industrial operation.
Yeah, I think that would be,
Wasn't that's in the literature he handed us that night.
Yeah.
He
Well,
had what a bill was and what it would do. If you've kept that, it's already in there.
I didn't go back and look at it before over the weekend, because I didn't.
I mean, the night Courtney was here, he gave us that, and also on the screen, he gave us,
Yeah, I think
Those
you're right, it
figures.
was there.
but, you know, I can bring that.
he said what a bill now, and what it would be, yeah, so if you could get a copy of one of those,
Sure.
it's all there.
Okay. Well, I still have the report, I just didn't go through it.
I think the whole spreadsheet was emailed out too, wasn't it?
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't think I received it. We got the one for, the
Water.
water rates, that was the one that was emailed out.
Are you looking for a vote on this yet, or
It was, yeah, we make a motion to approve?
not? I will.
Second motion in a second.
Yeah,
You making a motion?
I thought it was already
It's
made.
already-
Oh, it's already made.
Second
Oh,
already
okay.
made.
Well, we're young.
Any more comments?
Sauer,
Yes.
McBain,
Yes.
Schoniger,
Yes.
Simpson,
Yes?
Becker,
Yes.
Council comments?
Point of order, Mr. Mayor. On the first ordinance that was addressed, 1402-770, second reading on the building standards, we had added a sentence to that, which is highlighted in your packet. it to include that highlighted portion. It refers to the certified building officials actually doing the work, and we only have one certified building official on building. So my suggestion is that we to amend that as passed, since we didn't do that. First time it was read, that sentence wasn't in there. I think you can see it, it's highlighted in what you have.
Any motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
Dan?
Yes.
Schwank?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes?
Becker?
Yes.
Souter?
Yes.
Council comments?
I'd like to make one tonight. How fortunate Columbiana is what I was going to speak. Over the years, we've had some really troubling times. One was when NRM closed out. Dick and I sat here, we didn't know where we were going to get the money, and Clarence Smith came riding in and saved us. Mr. Flynn's done some urban renewal, Mark Brothers has, but the one I want to mention tonight is the, what I refer to as the doghouse out on 14. Was run by the Whites, and it was in decrepit condition, moldy, bad shape, and the Dunlaps, as I understand, bought that, and in the last couple of weeks I see there's a sign up that it's occupied. And it's just a blessing to see over the years how people come into Columbiana and saved things and made it there. I'd like to give them credit for it. It's a beautiful building now, landscaped in the front. It's very nice.
And real quick, I just wanted to thank the Chamber of Commerce for the First Friday event. Took my family down, I thought it was really nice. And I got to take my niece and nephew who live in Salem and took them to a log cabin that was open and had ice cream on the street and the band was playing. I thought the turnout could have been a little better, but you can't expect a lot the first time around, but I thought it was fantastic. The whole feel of it was really nice. I'd like to keep it.
We'll be doing it on July 4th in the park in conjunction with the July 4th activities, and then the first Friday in August, and then August 6th.
Very nice. Anybody else?
Sounds like there's going to be a change in the meetings next month. Can you elaborate on that?
The meetings are the July and August meeting from the beginning has always been just only the third Tuesday. I think there was a suggestion we may be able to have a special meeting if we need to do something earlier than that for the economic development. Other than that, it would still be July and August, the third Tuesday of the month only.
If there's a
If there's a special, it'll be announced to public sites. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I was here like a quarter hour. You got here like a quarter hour. That's not good. Back.
Yeah.